every school strives to be excellent. To answer your first question, that is a misunderstanding that only international curriculum students or intelligent students could take the international curriculum. How they could use even AI generated documents for reference.
Hi, welcome to Slate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today, we have Mr. Kalai Rajan from the Knowledgeum Academy, which is in Jaya Nagar in Bangalore. He has close to 3 decades of experience in the schooling sector and comes up with a lot of insights on international curriculum in specific. Let's speak to him and understand more about the general concerns that parents are likely to have while joining their kid in an international curriculum. Sir, to begin with, generally a lot of parents look out for an excellent school. And in your definition or from your experience, how do you define an excellent school? What all virtues do you think a good school should have?
Very good questions to start with. And every school strives to be excellent. Yeah. And in my opinion, an excellent school is a school which accommodates all kinds of learners, the first aspect, where the learners can express and acquire maximum knowledge from the educators and from the surrounding setting of the school. At this age of education, students, mainly Knowledgeum Academy, focuses on the pre-university education for the age group 16 to 18 years. And the students come with a lot of inputs from their high school education or from the surroundings. It is an information age where AI and other technological advances influence the education sector as a whole. So the school's journey and taking these young learners is a challenge in the first hand to live up to their expectation. The school should not impose what they wanted to only to get to the learner. Instead, the school should open its windows to understand the learner aspiration and provide a better path for their journey to achieve their goal. That's the first setting an excellent school is. And the second thing is actually the emotional well-being of children. School shouldn't be a place where the students are I can't use the terminology, maybe tortured morning till evening, where they don't enjoy the education or the activities held in the school. So it is good to have school students committees to express, to bring forward their thought, and that should be well taken and discussed with the help of educators and the well-wishers to take that as a part of their curriculum. Nowadays, actually, in a school, nothing should be known as extracurricular or co-curricular. Everything should be brought in the curricular aspect. Every learning is a learning. If a child learns a music or learns that's the beauty of the international curriculum actually, which accommodates all those extra aspects within the curriculum. So the child can even take a dance or music or art, build their profile for their university education without the constraints of boundaries set by the education system or the curriculum framework.
Got it. You spoke so well about the importance of being relevant and adapting yourself to the latest technological advancements. And how do you think the landscape of education has come forward and adapted to this new age technologies? And here at Knowledgeum Academy, how do you think the school is making sure that the school is staying relevant for the latest developments in technology?
Yes, I think no school now or no educator will hide away from the technological advancements. And the technology is the best tool now to impart any difficult concept or conceptual understanding better for the learners. For example, what we imagined three-dimensional object at one point of time can be visualized within the classroom for the children to have how a 3D object transfer from one position to the other position. We at Knowledgeum Academy in our science labs will be having advanced tools like the probes like the temperature probe to measure the temperature difference in a chemical equation. Automatically it can get graphed. So children could visualize the rate of change within that reaction itself. It is not only limited to chemical reactions. In all our labs are equipped with the latest technology different probes to measure maybe speed, acceleration, or velocity, or temperature, etc. And the classrooms are tech-enabled. All the classrooms, the children could have the Wi-Fi access, and anything can be Googled at any point of time for better understanding between for the educator as well as the students. And all students use their personalized devices to learn even in the class. AI is even used because the students are trained in such a manner how they could use even AI generated documents for reference. And students are taught well to be academical integrity and proper referencing of their material when they do research components. So technology is well taken in our academy for students learning not only inside the classroom, beyond the classroom.
Got it. And so the general other concern that a lot of parents have is what syllabus to choose. Here, I'm a little curious to know about the international curriculum and who is it for, because the general apprehension is international curriculum has vast content to cover and it is not for those who has low learning abilities and who are not very quick graspers of the content. So is that really the case? Or do you think people with all sort of learning abilities can easily get into international curriculum and find their place?
It's a most relevant question. I think we normally come across this kind of question in everyday converse with the parents, and when we have some kind of meetings with the parents as well as students. The beauty of international baccalaureate program is for the students to take wide variety of subjects. To answer your first question, that is a misunderstanding or wrong perception that only international curriculum students or intelligent students could take the international curriculum. Whereas if you look at a lot of schools across the globe, they get adopted to the international curriculum, whether it is Cambridge International or International Baccalaureate program. Students can choose. For example, I have seen students choosing visual art, business management, English, then Hindi as a second language. So you choose your subject, and the school should guide the learner to choose appropriate subject of their ability and the interest. So the learning becomes much easier when you are guided to choose the subjects of your choice. So we don't have boundaries, like sciences means you require to take only all sciences, PCMB or PCM. It's not like that. Children can keep wider career options open. For example, a child can do business management along with the computer science. So if the child is interested, but the child is not interested in chemistry and physics, so it is not mandated you require to take chemistry, physics along with your computer science and mathematics. So in my opinion, since students have wider variety of subject options and career path ahead of them, and doing international curriculum or international baccalaureate is not difficult for any child who has completed their high school education with a decent level of academic capacity.
Got it. And also, sir, since you're in a leadership position at Knowledgeum Academy, what sort of virtues do you usually look out for in a teacher to have them on board? Because to deliver the content of international curriculum, teachers' experience and expertise is of very high importance. So while choosing a teacher or while picking a teacher to come on board, what sort of virtues do you usually look out for?
We have a very strong teacher recruit policy. The first place is actually, since it's a pre-university program, the teacher could be minimum trained postgraduate in the relevant subject. From undergraduate onwards, they must have taken their undergrad and the postgraduate degree in the same subject area. For example, a business management teacher probably a BCom or a business-related program in undergrad and post-graduation is mandatory. Along with that, they must have completed at least 5 years of teaching in international baccalaureate schools. So, and they must have completed at least 2 IB trainings before we take them on board with us. And beyond that, we have several rounds of screening process. First round, they have to go through the subject interview to understand their subject expertise. So the depth of their knowledge in that particular domain. So that's the first important thing actually. An educator, being an educator, I should be well aware of even the recent developments in that particular subject area. Because international baccalaureate is a research-oriented curriculum. An educator should be able to guide the students in the research field, unless you have a very sound knowledge in that domain, you may not be able to guide your learner to that extent what the child wanted to. So that will be taken. And after we recruit the teachers, we don't just leave them over there. We have our in-house training program. Actually, it is a continuous program. Almost once in fortnight, our teachers used to meet to discuss the best teaching practices. What went very well in my class in terms of whether it is teaching or the assessment or the student performance in that particular subject area, to learn from each other. That is very important. Knowledge will enrich when you share in a lot of people bring a lot of different aspects of teaching and learning in the process. And each teacher is a teacher educator in our academy, because once in a month every teacher has to take we call it as a quality study circle. So a math teacher may take up a topic which is connected to other areas of knowledge. So the learning for the teacher is continuous at Knowledgeum Academy. So the quality right from the inception of the teacher to our academy improves by every day there.
Got it. That's fantastic to know. And due to constraint of time, we are not able to take this conversation forward. But we really wish we could speak to you more often and get to know a lot more insights about international curriculum and talk about the other concerns that parents usually have. And on behalf of all the parents, for the insights that you have given, thank you very much for your time. And we look forward to meeting you once again, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.